slide into your DMs like. Hey guys, welcome back to Shelf Life Extension. I'm Alexis, and it's been a really long time. And I am finally coming at you with a video. So, on October 29th, some point a little bit ago, it was my 1-year booktube anniversary, which is super exciting, and I feel really bad because I was gonna make this huge commemorative video thing, and I just never did. So, I mean, a lot of you guys who follow me on Twitter or Instagram or whatever know that I'm very busy. I still have those 3 jobs. Things haven't really changed. Things haven't really slowed down. I'm still in school. It's still just really crazy, so I'm trying to find the time to make YouTube a thing again, and I'm really excited to be doing it right now because I actually have time to. I have things I want to talk about, and you know, I just want to do this. I want to get a video out. So if you hear noises in the background, that's because Shelby got a new kitten. His name is Toulouse, and he likes to play with his toys. But yes, otherwise it was my 1-year booktube anniversary, which is super exciting. I had a subscriber come into Barnes & Noble when I was working and say hi to me, so I don't remember your name. I don't think we even exchanged names, but if you're watching this, then hello, I still remember you. Thank you so much for coming up to me and saying hi. That was so surreal, and it was really cool, and I really appreciate it, and I'd be more than happy to help you out and recommend things if you come to the store again. So hey, that's super exciting. Otherwise, yeah, so I figured why not just do a huge book haul, because I have so many books on my TBR shelf that need to be read, and it's just packed and it just keeps piling. Right now I cleared everything off besides the things that you already know about, and then I have stacks on the floor below me of things that I need to reorganize, face out, and then have on the shelf for you guys to see. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So let's get started. So I separated the piles depending on kind of like what genre they're in. So I'm gonna talk about all my romance things because that's the most common thing that we get as far as strips go. And a lot of these books are strips because obviously I can get 5 at a time and I get them for free. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that. Even though I just went on a thing about strips, the first one I'm gonna mention is Nora Roberts' The Shadow Spell because it was on bargain. It was bargain. So I decided to get it because I think the cover was cool and the whole concept sounds cool. It's like Irish, magic, things. It's part of a trilogy. I guess it's like the 2nd book in the trilogy, which kind of sucks, but I have it. So there's that. Yay. Next I have The Chance by Robin Carr. It's about, you know, a lady detective who goes to a seaside town to go on leave for a while after a crazy accident. I have Love After All by J.C. Burton, which I did start, and it's about this girl who is friends with a guy at a bar, and then she's like, I don't trust men all suck, and then he's like, I'm gonna prove you wrong, and then, you know, they end up falling in love and stuff. And then next I have Sweetest Mistake by Candace Terry, which I don't even know what this is. Sounds good though. I read Something Sweeter by her, which is part of like the same series, and I really enjoyed that one. So I figured I would grab that one since it was on the cart and I could get it. Next I have Of Silk and Steam by Beck McMaster, and as you can see by these ones, it's all like steampunky, romancy things, and I'm so ready for it. But yeah, it's about a girl whose father dies, and then she has to team up with an investigator to find out what happens, and you know, things. And then I got Kay Hooper, A Deadly Web. It's a part of a series. I have no idea what one in the series it is, but I've never read anything by Kay Hooper. I do have one other book by her, which is on my shelf, which I have not read. So, you know, it's like, this sounds kind of cool. It's about a guy who is a guardian of psychics. Yeah, hey, that's exciting. Next, I have another Robin Carr novel, which is Promise Canyon. I did start reading that other Robin one, the one that I mentioned just earlier, and I generally liked the writing. I generally liked how the premise was going, so I figured I would grab this one as well. And I think it's kind of the same thing. Otherwise, we're gonna move on. Next, I have The Best Medicine by Elizabeth Haley. And you can see that little guy there. Yeah, a little picture of him. About a 26-year-old girl. She's about to get her master's in psychology. Blah, 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 blah. She has to go to a part-time job, and at that part-time job, she meets a man. Hey, what's up? And then next I don't even know what this is because it's torn off. Let's see here. Total Surrender by Rebecca Zanetti. A woman and a Black Ops soldier, I guess. I don't know. Sounds steamy. I'm gonna take it. It's free, why not? And then next I got When Darkness Ends by Alexandra Ivy. Otherwise it's about this guy named Sin who is a vampire clan chief of Ireland. And a lady who captures his attention, I guess. Because, you know, that same kind of like Twilighty thing where she's mortal, and he's like, no woman has ever captured my attention like you before. And she's like, oh, yeah, whatever. Fun stuff, why not? Then next I got Running Fire by Lindsay McKenna. I think it's about a firefighter. Firefighter? Or no, just kidding. It's about a Navy SEAL and something that happens with him. And then next I got Conquer the Night by Heather Graham. Oh, I'm actually really excited about this because the book that I have, Deep Midnight, which I have mentioned multiple times before, it's under a different name, but it's the same writer. She is Heather Graham, and whatever name she had on that one. And I haven't read any of her stuff since that one book. I haven't even read anything else in that trilogy, which I really, really want to. And so when I saw this was on the cart, Heather Graham, I was like, heck yeah, I'm gonna grab it and figure out what's going on. It's about Sir Aaron Graham, who has come to seek revenge upon Kinsey Darrow for his bloody deeds against his family and the Highland rebels. Sounds like a good time. And I guess a lost princess. I don't know. And then the last two that I have for the romance section is Make You Mine by Jackie Ashenden. I have been reading this. I have read most of this. I have not finished it. It's about a man who hires a woman, a nice Russian woman, to protect him because he's a gambler. And, you know, love happens. And then we have Rev It Up by Julie Ann Walker. I have a few of her other ones that I received off the cart, and I generally like her writing, and I kind of like the stories that she has. They're kind of campy, kind of cheesy, but they're so easy to read and so easy to get into, and just, you know, it's just fun stuff. So I got that. All right, and now moving on to my fiction, generalized fiction, historical fiction pile. Let's go. So first on top, I have the Bone Labyrinth by James Rollins. It's an advanced readers edition, and I got it on Halloween, and I'm kind of super excited about it. I've never read anything by James Rollins. I have no idea, but it sounds cool. It's about this guy who goes and uncovers fascinating archaeological and historical mysteries connecting early man and the fate of the Neanderthals, while exploring the evolution of human intelligence from its wellspring to its all too possible future. That's exciting to me. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I am very much into anthropology and archaeology. The fact that it even had the word archaeology like in the description, I was like, mine, I'm taking it. I took it, and it's huge, it's beautiful. It has an actual cover on it, which is nice. So I grabbed that. Next, I have The Japanese Lover by Isabel Allende. Again, this was another advanced readers edition. I don't know, it doesn't really give a blurb as far as what this book is about. I'm sure I could probably find it elsewhere, but I assume it's about World War II and about a Japanese woman and probably an American soldier or something. So I actually I've been looking for something like this in a while, so I was like, I'll take it. I'll take it. Next is The Haunting of Maddie Clare by Simone St. James. And you guys know I love Simone St. James. I really enjoy her things. This was the first novel she ever wrote, and it's the last one I'm picking out from her because I worked backwards. But you know, that's okay. I am super excited to get to this because as you all know, I enjoy Simone St. James. I don't know, it's about a girl who goes to assist a ghost hunter, and they're looking into the investigation of the murder of a 19-year-old girl, Maddie Clare, and things. So, you know, I'm excited for it. I think it's gonna be good. I have no worries about it because I like Simone St. James. So I got that. Next, I got The Lake House by Kate Morton, another advanced readers edition. This is a hefty book, but you know, I'm kind of excited. Okay, so it's about a woman whose brother disappeared way back in the day, and there's a detective who reopens the case to try and discover what happened and, you know, actually finish the job. And then you kind of figure out the things that go on within the story of the characters and kind of what happened and how crazy it got at the time and the truth behind the disappearance of her brother. So, you know, it's cool. I have The House at Riverton by Kate Morton, and I started it and then I never continued on with it because I suck, but I still am really excited for that book, and then I'm really excited for this one as well. So I was like, I'll get it. Did I mention this? I've had this for a while, but I'm not sure if I legitimately mentioned it. The Secret Diary of Lizzie Bennet, which was on bargain for $5. Hello. Okay, you guys. I love Pride and Prejudice. You know this. I love Pride and Prejudice. And then this, if you ever watched the Lizzie Bennet Diaries on YouTube, this is like the novelization of that. And so I loved that series, and I needed this, so I got it. Next, I got The Troop by Nick Cutter, as well as The Deep by Nick Cutter. I have read The Deep. It's this clash between like Prometheus and Helix and Resident Evil and just craziness. If you've ever watched Helix, but yeah, it's kind of like that. It's crazy. I don't even know. It was weird. It's about a man who goes to this underwater base facility to try and get in contact with his brother because they lost contact with them, and crazy stuff happens. It was great. I liked it. Not satisfied with the ending though. Otherwise I got that. And then of course I got, yeah, The Troop by Nick Cutter, because Keely from A Bibliophile's Journey was talking about this a while ago and saying how much she really enjoyed it and how it gave her like just really weird feels and things were happening. It's crazy, and since I already read The Deep, I knew I was gonna probably want this as well. So I got it, and I'm excited to get on with it. They say it's part Lord of the Flies and part 28 Days Later. So, sounds great. I'm really excited for that. And then I got The Ones We Trust by Kimberly Bell, another strip that I got. It's a mystery about a girl who, DC journalist Abigail Wolf attempts to rehabilitate her career. She finds herself at the heart of a US Army cover-up involving the death of a soldier in Afghanistan. Journalist. She's a journalist. Okay, so there's that. Next, I got Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen in the same style as my Pride and Prejudice book. It's the Signet Classics version. I just started reading this. I'm enjoying it so far. You know, I haven't read a lot of Jane Austen, and I love Pride and Prejudice so much. I was like, why am I not buying these and reading them? So I bought this one because it's a smaller one and I wanted to. So yes, Northanger Abbey. It's about a 17-year-old girl named Catherine. She visits Northanger Abbey. She meets a handsome man. Things happen. You know how it goes. And then Splendor Falls by Susanna Kearsley, which I have read, I have completed. I really enjoyed this one. I think I talked about it in my last video. I think I did. I can't remember. But it's about a girl who goes to a coastal town with her cousin to get on a vacation, but then her cousin never shows up, so she's like left to figure out what to do on her vacation, and she starts making friends with all the inhabitants of the hotel that she's staying at, and they all become friends, and then there's like this crazy mystery that happens because people start to go missing. It was great. I really enjoyed it. Again, Susanna Kearsley, come on. And then I got her most recent one, Named of the Dragon, which came out in early October, and I finished this the other day. Susanna Kearsley, my love. You guys, my life. I now own almost all her books. I have one book, The Firebird. That's the only one that I need to get still. Otherwise, I have all of her books, and then I'm left with nothing. Nothing. What do I do? Otherwise, I really enjoyed this one. It was really cool because it kind of takes on the historical story of King Arthur and Merlin and dragons. Right? It's crazy, but it's about this woman named Lynn Ravenshaw. She is a literary agent, and she goes on vacation with one of her authors to try and not only go on vacation, but to try and sign this other author that her author is dating and steal him from like the publisher he's with. And then while there, craziness happens. So yeah, Susanna Kearsley. This is a long video, guys. And I'm halfway done. Okay, next is my sci-fi fantasy pile. First, I have The Drafter by Kim Harrison. If you guys know, I have read one book by Kim Harrison, and that is Dead Witch Walking. I didn't care for that book really much. I don't plan on continuing with the series, though it might be something that I do. I don't know. Otherwise, this is kind of cool. It's an advanced reader's copy that I got in Detroit 2030. It's about an assassin, a government-trained assassin who is on the run. This is hard to explain, but it looks really awesome and it sounds cool. If you guys have been watching The Blind Spot on TV, the one with the girl played Lady Sif, I can't remember her name. That show, that kind of concept kind of falls in here. So that's kind of what that's like. So yeah, next is Blood Red by Mercedes Lackey, which you guys know. I have the Arrows of the Queen trilogy from Mercedes Lackey, and that is like one of my all-time favorite trilogy stories. And I haven't read anything else by Mercedes Lackey, and she has an entire shelf and then some at the store, but I've just never continued. And then when I saw this was going on the cart, I was like, oh, I needs it. But it's like her version and her take on classic fairy tales, and obviously this one is Little Red Riding Hood. So I'm excited to kind of see what that one is. Then I grabbed Black Ice by Susan Crenard? Sure. Or it's a take on Norse mythology. So Asgard, gods and goddesses, Valkyrie. Okay, so it's about the Valkyrie living in modern day, trying to kind of like lay low, and then things happen. Then I got The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. Look at this guy. It was on our strip cart, guys. That's like intense. Obviously everyone, you know, Sanderson, the Manderson or whatever, so I still haven't read anything by Brandon Sanderson, so I now have this, and I have Warbreaker, which I have yet to read, so I have those. That's exciting. I don't even know what this is about. I don't know what it's about, Shelby. about something else, and you all know what this fucking thing is. Alright, continuing on, I got The Shadow Revolution, Crown and Key by Clay Griffith and Susan Griffith. Okay, Victorian London, werewolves, and then there's warlocks or whatever, you know, witches, sure. Yeah. It's got that. Then I have The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman, which I got for my birthday from Annie over at Bears Books. Hello, Annie. And I'm excited about this because I've never actually read this one. It's about a boy who lives in the graveyard. Yeah, no, you guys don't know this. So, and then I got On the Steel Breeze by Alistair Reynolds, and it's kind of like about this girl who goes into space to try and travel to this new world where everybody's gonna colonize, and then craziness ensues. You know, I can dig it. So I got that. Next I got The Immortal Crown by Rochelle Mead, which is the second book in the Age of X series. I read Game Board of the Gods, which is the first book, and it was like my first legitimate book review that I posted on this channel, and I really enjoyed that book. It's kind of like this cool take on mythology and Norse mythology, actually all mythology, and how it all kind of comes together and plays in our world, and it's fun. So I got the second one because it was on the strip cart, so I got it for free. Then next, Bloody Bones, as well as The Killing Dance by Laurel K. Hamilton. The other one I think is sitting behind me. I have yet to read The Killing Dance. Shelby already breezed through them, and then we have yet to buy the rest of them. Otherwise, you know, Anita Blake, you know. And it's just like, at this point in the series, Anita is getting like super crazy in her necromancer powers, and she's double dating John, Claude, and Richard. Alright, and then last, for my sci-fi group, I got The Iron Worm Affair by Lilith St. Croix. And as many of you know, I really enjoy this series called Strange Angels, penned by a Lily St. Croix. Yeah, Lilith St. Croix, same author. I never knew she was continuing her writing as under a different quote-unquote pen name in the adult genre. So when I saw this, I was like, heck yes. And it's all like steampunky, it's all cool, and then it's a lot like Soulless in that aspect. So figured I would get it. Why not? Because I want to read her writing more. So there's that. And then lastly, I have my teen section. So first, The Scorpion Rules by Erin Bow. This was an advanced reader's copy, so I got it for free. Look at that. What's up? So this girl named Greta, who is a hostage to this other nation, and then if her father, the king, obviously decides to do anything to that nation, obviously they kill the daughter. So it's kind of like this thing where they've kept her for a while to make sure that her dad doesn't do anything, and then I think it's like once she reaches a certain age, then they let her go or whatever. I don't know. Sounded cool, so I grabbed it. Next I have Scan by Walter Jury and Sarah Fine. I don't know. About a boy named Tate? I don't know. Some sci-fi fantasy adventure thing, so I grabbed it. Next I have Inkheart. Whoa guys, Inkheart by Cornelia Funk. This is a great book. I read this back in the day in like middle school, and it's good stuff. I really enjoy the movie, as I have mentioned on that one video before. So this is fun. It's about a girl and her father who can bring characters to life by reading them from the book. Then next I got Stone Cold Touch by Jennifer L. Armentrout, because everybody and their mother has a tizzy over Jennifer L. Armentrout. So yeah, I got that, you know. Then I got Nameless by Lily St. Croix, another one of her teen series, which I discovered because we don't carry it in Barnes & Noble. So I ordered it, and it's her take on classic fairy tales. So this one is Snow White, I think. Yes, so woo! Excited for that one as well. Next I got Legacy of Kings by Eleanor Herman, another advanced reader copy. It's about another kind of take on mythology and the disconnect between the gods and the human world, and how they all come to play together and things, war, I don't know, sure. Then I got This Raging Light by Estelle Laurie, again another advanced reader's copy, and it's about a girl whose mom and dad pretty much abandoned them, and it's about her trying to take care of her younger sister, and kind of just like the stuff that they have to go through. And then lastly I got Battle Magic by Tamora Pierce, because I like Tamora Pierce. You guys know the Song of the Lioness series, Tamora Pierce.
Thanks to Shelby.
Thanks to Shelby Chen. So, Battle Magic. I got this one. Why not? Right, and ta-da! So all the stuff that I've yet to read. Yay! Yay! And the things that I have read. Yay! That I just need to put away. Yay! Or like all that stuff that I still need to put away. Yay!
Yay!
And then a mister! And a little Toulouse back there. And a Shelby. Otherwise, that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you down in the comments and stuff. And hey, be sure to check out our vlog channel called Our Time, which I will link below, where you can see us as we go through on our trip from Disney World and Universal Studios, which I'm still uploading. I just uploaded one today, which is day 3, part 1. Obviously I'm gonna extend them as long as I can so I can have stuff on that channel. I'm still editing all those vlogs, so be sure to subscribe over there, check us out over there so you can kind of see what's going on with us, and of course, you know, hit me up on Instagram or the Twitters or whatever, and then I will try to get back to you. Otherwise, if you want to see anything from me, please leave suggestions down below. I will try and see you guys again soon. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll check you guys out later.